A silent wish sails the seven seas.
Hello everyone, welcome to another Advent video. It's now Saturday the 15th of December 2018, so we're more than halfway through this epic series, and to be quite honest, I'll be glad when it's all over because I could do with a little bit of a break from vacuum cleaners, but hopefully you've been enjoying the videos so far and there's still plenty more to come. Today's video, here's a clue to what I'm going to be featuring. I'm going to do a whole house clean using the Vax Cordless lift away. Now I can't do a whole house clean at my house because it's a little bit of a mess at the moment, so this has been pre-recorded at my mum's house. The first video I did of a full house clean was a few years ago. That was at my mum's old house, and that was the Vax Air Cordless. That was one of the earlier cordless cleaners I got, and I was pretty impressed with it at the time, but of course things have moved on, cordless technology has moved on, and this certainly beats the Vax Air Cordless hands down. The second video I did was also at my mum's new house, and that was the Vax Blade. So this will be a similar video where I just basically clean all around my mum's house, but also in this video you see me cleaning a little bit of her car as well. In the middle of the video I have to empty the machine because it gets too full, and then I show you a little bit of maintenance on the Brushroll, and towards the end of the video we also show you the filters and how to clean them, etc. So hopefully you'll enjoy that. It's not a demonstration as such, it's not a review, it's basically just showing you the machine in action in an average house. So next year, of course, I'll be doing proper reviews of this and many other cordless machines. Cordless machines I have already, and of course new machines that I've yet to get or have yet to be launched onto the market. So stay tuned to this channel because I'll be bringing you the latest cordless cleaners, or as many as I can afford, or if I'm given any by manufacturers or retailers to show you. But I'll hopefully keep abreast of the new technology coming out in 2019. So I think there's lots to look forward to. Hopefully we'll get some new bagged cleaners as well. That's it for today. I'll pass you on to my other self who's going to do the demonstration. I might say hello to you at the end of the video as well after you've watched it. So enjoy me cleaning my mum's house with this machine, and stay tuned. I'll have a chat with you at the end of the video. Well, so far I've cleaned all the upstairs and the stairs and some of the downstairs, but before I can continue cleaning, it looks like I'm just over the max fill line on this Shark Duo Clean Cordless, so I better empty the bin first and then finish off the cleaning. I've just put down a couple of pieces of white paper because I don't want to mess up this freshly vacuumed carpet. So let's open up the container and see what we've picked up from carpets that looked clean. Right, apart from all the fibrous dirt, there's a load of grit in here. Can you hear the grit? Wow. I'm having to get my hands in for this because it is quite full. There we are. Well, so far that is a lot of dirt. This is my mum's house, she'll be horrified if she saw this. When I came here today, the carpets all looked freshly vacuumed. But look, I mean, that's bad enough, all the fibrous material. But underneath that, there's a lot of heavy, gritty particles. So this shark is really making light work of all these carpets. Well, I've got some more dirt to show you. I haven't quite finished cleaning, but unfortunately the battery ran out of power, so it's currently in its cradle charging. I have done a lot of cleaning with this machine. I've cleaned all over, not just the carpets and floors, I've done the upholstery as well. So I need to empty it again. It's not quite full, but I've just been asked if I could clean my mum's car. So as soon as the battery's got a little bit more charge in, hopefully it'll last long enough for me to give her car a quick vacuum. So let's empty the container again. And again, look, can you see all that's in there? And my mum has lots of dogs in her house and visiting dogs. So she does get a lot of hair and muck. Look at that before I tip that onto the paper. Can you see there, look, just at the bottom, lots of gritty particles. Look at that. Now what I will say, a couple of times I did check on the cone, the mesh cone here, look. Now it's okay now, but it did wrap around with some fibres, some pet hair and things. So twice during the course of this whole house clean, I just had to pull the hair off that to prevent it from blocking the suction. So hopefully that won't be a regular occurrence. If you were to use this cleaner daily, and as it picks up more and more dirt, hopefully that won't happen. It is easy enough to access. You just obviously press this button here at the top of the bin, and it comes, you know, opens up fully. It's easy just to, you can wipe it with a kitchen roll if you don't want to touch it with your fingers. But bear in mind that if you've got pets or long-haired people you're cleaning up after, that is something to watch. Something else I feel I need to point out is the hairs and fibres wrapped around the brush roll. It's not too bad, but bear in mind, any cleaner like this, you do have to maintain the brush roll to maintain the pickup efficiency. So I'll just show you how to do that now. For easier access to the brush roll, take away the lift away pod, and then also press the wand release button just at the bottom of the wand to remove it from the power head. Put that to one side, Now we can turn the power head over and have a look. And we can clean this brush roll. For better access to the brush roll, you can undo these 3 screws. You can either use a screwdriver, a coin, or a small key. I found a key, so you just need to turn them all to the unlocked position. And then you can remove this plate here, and it gives you better access to the brush roll. So you can either pick off the hairs or use a pair of scissors or a knife and cut along the grooves. And I'm just going to pick, this is not too bad, I'm just going to pick it off and clean it. You can, if you really want to give it a thorough clean, use a wet wipe, a surface wipe, like an antibacterial wipe for your kitchen surfaces. You can use that to wipe over the brush roll and the brushes once you've removed all the loose hair and debris. Now this has already started to look a bit grubby, the soft front roller. Now that does come out. There is a button here on the side, you just need to press that and then this whole roller removes. You can actually clean that under running water, squeeze it slightly to make it dry a bit, and then of course leave it to dry. Don't put it over direct heat, don't put it on your radiator, just leave it somewhere with plenty of ventilation to fully dry before reinserting it into the cleaner. And again, when you've got the brush roll out, you can use your wet wipes, your surface wipes, just to give this area here a bit of a wipe. You can also check for blockages at this stage. This is the main suction hole. So just clean it up, and you shouldn't have to do this every time, but it is something that you really should do on a fortnightly or monthly basis, or even a weekly basis, depending on how often you use the cleaner, and of course if you've got pets. If you don't have any pets or humans with long hair, you might find you don't have to do this very frequently. So I've got the worst off there. I'm not going to clean it thoroughly for this video, but I would under normal circumstances. The brush roller, the soft roller in fact, just clips neatly in there, and then you can pop the base plate back, make sure it's properly seated, and then again use your coin or a small key or screwdriver just to tighten up these 3 screws here. So that's the maintenance you need to do. Obviously there's filters to wash, but I'll show you that later on. There are 2 sets of filters on this Shark Cordless powered lift away. The one here is a HEPA filter. You can just about see it there. That only should need to be cleaned once a year, so you don't really have to bother about that. This slides out and you can clean it under running water. The other filter should be cleaned monthly or more depending on use. That's behind this grill here. So far this was white when I started. You can see already from this full house clean that it is quite dirty, but it is easy to clean. All it is a sponge and a fabric filter inside. So this comes apart. You can rinse it under running water or even submerge it under clean water, give it a shake, squeeze it out, leave it to dry for up to 24 hours. And you can see it is quite dirty. That's a bit of a shame, a bit dirty inside here. But the dirt doesn't seem to have got into the fan. It is on the outside of the fan, the outside of this seal. It does have a HEPA filter as the final filter, so the air that's expelled from this cleaner should be fairly clean. Once that's all cleaned, you just put it back into place. This part here, you can see there's a bit of dust on the inside of the filter door. You can again rinse that under running water and leave it to dry. And once you've done that, you just pop that back. So it is important, as I said, at least monthly. I've got a bit of dust on there, so again, a surface wipe around the outside of the machine won't go amiss. It's important with this cleaner, with any cleaner that uses filters, especially bagless cleaners that use filters, you need to maintain them and you need to wash them as often as the manufacturer recommends. Well, that's the end of the whole house clean video. I think you'll agree that this machine picked up quite a surprising amount of dirt from carpets that didn't look like they needed vacuuming. My mum's current vacuum that she uses mostly every day is a Dyson V6 Fluffy. She does have a Sebo Felix as well, but that doesn't get used so much because she likes the convenience of the cordless. But obviously I go there occasionally and give her carpets a proper clean with a mains powered vacuum. Although this is a very good machine, it possibly is the nearest I've used so far that could replace a corded vacuum, especially if Shark were to offer a separate battery version with 2 batteries. At least you can buy separate batteries for this, unlike some other cleaners. So if you wanted to buy another battery, you could always have one charging up while you're using the other. It's still not going to give the performance of a mains powered cleaner, I don't think, and I personally haven't found any vacuum cleaner so far that will replace a corded machine. Right, that's it for today. Stay tuned tomorrow. There is a vintage-ish unboxing coming tomorrow, but I also demonstrate this particular cleaner because I needed to check it was working, so I give you a demonstration. So that's quite a long video. I was trying to make these videos quite short for Advent, but they're turning into epic length videos, some of them, especially the Pure Power one I did yesterday. That turned out into, well, nearly half an hour, wasn't it? So hopefully you managed to stay awake through that, and hopefully you'll manage to stay awake through tomorrow's video. Next week I will be doing the shout out request video, so if you want to shout out or you've got a question, a vacuum cleaner related question, there will be a separate video separate to this Advent series, so it'll be uploaded at a different time. So under that video you can give me your question or if you want to shout out. And again, if you're the parent of a young vac fan, I'll be putting a post on my Facebook page next week, so you need to comment under that if you want me to say hello to your young vacuum fan. So there'll be more details on Facebook. Well, that's it for today. I hope you're all getting prepared for Christmas, and if you're still young enough to receive a visit from Santa, I hope you're being very good, because of course Santa only delivers presents to good boys and girls. So be good for your mums and dads, and hopefully Santa will bring you something nice, maybe something vacuum related. I'm hoping he's going to bring me something vacuum related, fingers crossed. Anyway, see you tomorrow, same time, same place, for the next Advent video. Bye for now.